Friday! Happy Friday! Happy first Friday of February. I am so excited to see you. So excited. I hope you guys had an awesome week. This was a really great first week of February in 2021 for me personally. How was y'all week? Please let me know in the comments. Let me know what your wins were. Let me know what your struggles were. We could talk about that as well because why? It's our date night. I miss you guys so much. I miss you so much. Oh my goodness. You have absolutely no idea. Deborah says, hey, hello. Happy Friday, Takia. Hi. So happy to see y'all. Y'all just have no idea. This week has been crazy, but I'll get into that in a second. So this week's Friday night session is sponsored by our special guest, Miss Rashmi. You're going to meet her in a second. And let me just tell you, so the last guest I had on Monday, her name was Tanya. I talked about how she has this beautiful piece of artwork behind her. Miss Rashmi has this awesome tuft sofa that she's sitting on. Can I tell you how much I would love a good tuft? Like, I love being a good tuft, okay? Like, it's phenomenal. You'll see it in a second. All right, so she will be out momentarily, and we will get into her awesome topic, which I love and is very near and dear to my heart as well. For everybody who is watching us on our YouTube channel, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share, and hit the bell so you're notified every time that we come live on our date night. I don't want us to break up. I don't want me to miss you. So go ahead and click those notifications so you could be in the know. Okay? All right, awesome. So let's go ahead and talk about our weekly wins, people. Go ahead and brag on your stuff. Brag on yourself. Tell me what went great this week for you. Tell me what you went and bossed out on. Do you understand? There's so many negative things going on in this world. We have to take every win and amplify it as much as we possibly can. Okay. So Takia's win this week is my first solo book is live on Amazon and print and Kindle. I'm so happy for you. For those of you who don't know, Takia she came onto our live segment when she launched her first writing piece as a support of an anthology, right? And it was a book that had multiple authors, beautiful women who has such awesome, amazing stories to tell. And this one that actually is now up on Amazon is all her. It's all her. She's her own. She's an authoress. So let's love on her. Congratulations. You go, girl. So proud of you. Okay, so one of my weekly wins this week, I actually have a couple, but I'm going to start with the one I'm most proud of. So I'm very proud of when other people win. And when other people like surprise themselves, when other people actually ask for the sale and they get it, like when they've already like thought in their mind that they're just gonna, do it for free or whatever. But when they actually boss up and they say, I know my worth, I know my value, this is what it is, pay me, right? So one of my clients experienced that this week, and I am so happy for her. I cannot imagine where she's going to be in the next couple of years if she keeps, being bold and showing up in that way like this in her business. So happy for you, sis. You know who you are. And then the other thing I'm proud of, honestly, I'm going to, love on myself a little bit and not brag mode, but just being proud of myself. I accomplished a huge feat this week. Every day, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I was training a group of bright, vibrant, vivacious, inquisitive mental health clinicians on marketing their business and all things social media and email marketing every single day. And today was the last day. Oh, yay! Our guest is clapping behind stage. So today was the last day. And honestly, I feel like it was full circle. Today was tech day. And that's my favorite day of the week. If we're not talking about business and we're talking about tech, I'm all there. Like my eyes are like wide open. I'm super excited. My cheeks hurt from smiling so much because I just want to know. I want to know, right? And everyone who attended the last night tonight was very proud of themselves. They were engaged and they all said thank you. And that just touches my heart. I love it. Takia said thank you. You're welcome. Deborah's win is saying no negativity from folks and speaking up about it and walk on by to my vibe. That's right. You know what? When we get to a certain age as a people, not just as women, just people in general, you start to recognize that, I don't have to answer to anybody else but myself. And I'm going to live my way the way I want to live it. And if I don't want negativity in my circle, in my sphere, in my bubble, or in my peripheral vision, it doesn't have to be there. You just keep on sliding by. Those are a couple of instances, but that's one of the instances where I feel like having tunnel vision is the absolute best. No negativity is allowed around in my streets, right? I absolutely love it. I'm so proud of you, Deborah. You keep on walking that positivity. Awesome. Okay. So the last thing, we're going to quickly move on because I want to definitely get our special guests coming on here. The topic, I just snuck a peek at it and I'm very excited to discuss this. So, yep, Takia, no negativity is huge. So the next thing that I actually want to know, I want to know what you guys are doing this weekend. If you don't know, I'm in Tampa, Florida, and the Super Bowl is here. Are you guys social distancing? Are you guys commingling? Are you guys tailgating? What ing are you guys doing? I'm going to tell you right now, my ing is I'm going to be eating. I'm going to be eating. My husband has stocked our refrigerator. I don't know who he thinks is going to make all this food. I'm sure it's going to be him. I'm like, I know he's already gotten the memo. I don't cook. So I'm super excited to be eating on Sunday. I could care less about who wins. Hopefully the Bucs win, right? Because they're local, but I just want the food. Okay, so let me know what you guys are doing this weekend. Who are you rooting for? Are you going to watch the game? Are you not? Are you going to be like me, stuffing your face, watching the commercials? Because that's really all I'm there for. I'm there for the advertisements, right? And the halftime show. That's what I want to see. That's pretty much about it. Takia says, I'll be in the house and I'll probably forget that it's on. I'm just here for the commercials. Yes, me too. Oh, I love the last year's Super Bowl commercial where they were like all talking to each other in the Boston accents. And it was like a car commercial and they were just like, hey. I don't know. Simple commercials like that just kind of get me. And it also gets me that they pay millions and millions of dollars for it. So I feel like I'm in the wrong business. Just love it. All right. So we are almost to our special guest, people. I absolutely promise this is the last thing. So our Mission 100, just in case you are unaware, Assist-U came up with this phenomenal mission last July. And I can't believe we only have 4 months left, you guys. So Mission 100 is Assist-U is trying to help 100 businesses launch a new product or service in the next 365 days. Don't miss this opportunity of having full support as you begin to launch. We are in the middle of 2 launches as we speak, and y'all, it is amazingness. It's purely amazing. It's stressful, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's so much fun. I'm so excited. Oh, so definitely hit us up. You can DM me, email me. You can go to the website and we will be there to assist you with your launching needs. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to our special guest. So before I bring her out, of course, I have to love on her, right? That's what we do. It's date night. Why not? So her name is Miss Rashmi. I don't really know a lot about her, I will tell you, but as I was walking over to my table to be with you, and I noticed her, just elegantly sitting on this tuft couch that she is on. I took a look at her name tag and what her topic was. And y'all, if the topic is any type of appetizer, I'm ready. I'm ready for the meal, right? I am so excited to hear what she has to say and her talking points. I'm definitely open because I'm a leader and I feel like you guys are leaders. So tonight we have a special guest. Are you ready? Okay, I feel like you said yes. Awesome. So let's go ahead and bring her out. Everyone say hi to Miss Rashmi.
Hi, people. Love you guys.
Do you guys see what I'm talking about?
Oh. Now that you love my couch, I am so, and let me tell Antonia, you have the best vibe I've ever had in front of and ever spoken to anyone. You are so beautiful. I could be listening to you all day. You are so cute. My God.
Oh my God.
She's amazing, right, guys?
Thank you so
let me
much.
tell you,
and
you're
I
beautiful.
did not pay her to say any of this.
No, you didn't.
No, they talked about that backstage. Yeah. No, I'm so thankful. Thank you so much for those kind words. And thank you for spending your Friday night to be on our date night. I appreciate it.
Of course, when you were talking about leadership and we were talking about removing the negativity, I just felt like, you know what? I gotta leave now. She's covered everything. You were just on point in matter of 2 minutes. So I love this. Folks, you have the right woman right here. She's amazing. I just love that. So, but I don't know if I'll be able to do justice now, but I will definitely try.
You can do it, Miss Rashmi.
So should I?
Yeah. So explain to everyone who you are and what it is that you do, and then let's jump into your topic after that.
Sure. Okay. So a little bit about me. My name is Rashmi, and if it's hard to pronounce, it's just Rashmi. So simple as that. And my company is called Karmic Health Life. We can get to why I named that in a bit, but I'm sure most of you might be able to slice the word name Karmic Health Life and figure it out on your own. So what do I do? I have cognitive behavioral psychology from UNC Chapel Hill. I'm certified integrative nutrition health coach, certified life coach, and motivational speaker in, of course, my founded company, Karmic Health Life. And I'm an entrepreneur for over 11 years. We're not going to get to the exact years. And I've been running my own pharmacy in the fear of not letting you know my age. Over 11 years running my own pharmacy. And prior to that, I held roles such as business development and business operations in top Fortune 500 companies. So, yes, I've held quite a few significant roles through my time. However, with series of adversities in my life, I chose the path of integrating holistic living with Western medicine in overcoming the stress, sleep deprivation, anxiety, unhealthy eating habits. And now my goal and my passion is to empower you to take care of yourself and become successful in how you incorporate life with health and joy. That's the only way, honestly, you're going to become successful.
That's what I mean.
I'm here. Yes. Amen. Because you want, in this, especially right now in the month of February, it's more important than ever to talk about your health and leadership. It's a perfect segment into what we need to become in powerful women out there. So, well, and men, but since it's our women's platform, I'm assuming, Antonia, we will stick to that. So that's a little bit about me, if that helps. And
I love
should I? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tonight's topic, we're supposed to be talking about becoming like a successful leader. So what are your thoughts or points on becoming a successful leader, or what is a leader to you, probably to begin with?
Good point. Good point. So in order for me to make you understand what a successful leader is. I will go through the whole series and tie it into how I became this person and why I think it's important. And you get a little bit of a glimpse in my life, what it meant. I want to discuss this important topic that seems to be on everyone's mind all the time, and which is how to become a successful leader and the qualities you need to hold. Right now, I'm with you. It seems a
Mm-hmm.
bit tricky considering the challenges we're facing, considering the normality we're dealing with nowadays. In this new normality, the challenge of standing out, of possessing core values as a successful leader,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's not easy, especially when, keep in mind, we're seeing less of each other, having our own level of anxiety, our own tension, our own grief, and responsibilities, such as if we have kids, our own children, we're balancing them with their homework, their school, plus working with our work, as well as making sure that we're getting to the gym. And if there's no gym open, how do we work out to keep our mind not foggy and clear? My goodness, how do we do all that when all these challenges are always around us? How do we balance this mood swings that we're having? And how do we vent when we have this all pent up angst, this anxiety, this tension we built up because we can't speak to one another as much as we used to, because we can't see each other. We can't go
Right.
for our happy hours as we used to, right? So
Right.
how do we then show, how do I show that I'm a successful leader? What are my values now? Because I'm not there day to day pointing and guiding you.
Right.
Things have, right, Antonia. So, but I'm going to take you back in. I'm going to rope you in and make you understand these core values, the four core values that I'm going to address are still the same. Okay.
Okay. I'm
And the
taking notes.
please, yes. So the first one we always are going to talk about it, and you're going to love it, Antonia, because I know you're all about food this Sunday. So you're
Yes.
going to love it. The first thing is about self care. Okay. What does that mean when we think about self care, Antonia? What does self care mean to us when, in terms of what we do? Well, self care is how you handle yourself. How do you improve yourself? What are you doing to love yourself? That's ultimately self care. So when we think of that and incorporate and turn that into a successful leader, it's how you become an effective leader in showing who you are. And how do you do that when you're talking about self-care? And this is one of the most important things that people miss. Maintaining proper self-care routine will support you in dealing with outside pressures, support you in your judgment of others and of yourself, and keep your mood elevated. When you are grounded, your self care routine, you ultimately start focusing on becoming an effective leader in the community, in your company, and in the society. So, how do we get the self care? The first routine of obtaining self care is reflecting on yourself, saying, hey, wait a minute, stop. Whatever you're doing, running in your circles, going crazy in your mind because you have 500 things to do, because you're running like a mad woman and you don't know which direction to go because you're upset. Now you're just going crazy, right? So, the first thing you need to do in order to reflect and become better at self care is breathe deeply. So, when you breathe deeply, even though it may sound simple, and you'd be surprised how many are not able to follow this routine, it actually helps you to stay calm and level headed. It really helped me because I was one of the unfortunate ones who was bugged with COVID recently. And 2 months I was bedridden. and things could have taken even worse. But the best thing that helped me was deep breathing. So I calmed myself down, and every time I kept a level mind and would always deep breathe and in and exhaled out, which brought in leveling of my oxygen and keeping my anxiety far away. So through deep breathing, my mind and body were harmoniously restored and I could think clearly. So what does that mean, folks? When we're able to think clearly, we are able to make logical decisions. And ultimately, that's what you want. So when you take a step back, you breathe, you think clearly. Okay? The other portion of the self care is sleep. You are able to think logically and clearly when you have a better sleep. Have you noticed the days you feel sluggish or irritable, that your mind is unable to focus on a task? That you feel as if your body's in one place and your thoughts are elsewhere? That you're trying to finish this task, this deliverables, this timeline, this project, but you're not able to do because you don't know where your mind is? Right? You somehow take forever finishing up that task, and it's honestly because you're troubled. The quality of sleep becomes a huge concern when we are anxious and troubled. We need to keep the phone far away and the TV turned off 1 hour before we decide that we need to go to sleep. And I promise you, you'll feel like a better person. Having a structured bedtime will help you with these habits and become a better person and logical thinking person. The last portion of self care that I'll address is nutrition. And I know you're going to say, what does that have to do with it? But hold on. To keep your stress level balanced, hunger level from spiking, because when you're hungry, you're just not able to concentrate and not have those sleepless nights. Your nervousness is removed, your mood swings are gone. You focus on those uncontrollable emotions and you get rid of those fatigue, the tiredness that you feel, and the exhaustion you feel. And all these you can get rid of just by eating good, wholesome, nutritious food. Of course, we can have our cheat days like this Sunday, which is acceptable, but I am talking about every single day how you need to live your life. You don't want to bring on those empty calories and invite negative energy because, again, you're not able to think on how you can be successful in supporting your clients and supporting your business or your company. So when you practice self-care and no longer are portrayed as an irritable, unorganized, and someone with poor communication skills, you instead become a grateful person because you have learned to celebrate your small wins and love yourself enough to know your own value. When you love yourself enough to take care of yourself first, you're able to think logically and clearly and become solution based. Keep in mind, rather than a critical individual. Others start seeing the positive vibes, your glow, your confidence, your ability to move forward in decision making, and in turn, you start attracting others to you. And that's what you want. Because as a successful leader, you want to be attractive enough for people to follow you.
Right.
That's the most important thing about self care. Second value is removing that fear of having less. Oh my goodness, the amount of times I have to tell my clients that. Oh, geez. Focus on mastering your abundance by removing the fear of having less. Stop chasing your dreams. I know it's kind of being hypocrite, but I'll tell you why. And instead, welcome your dreams to come to you. So how do you do this? Because it sounds a bunch of BS, right? Think about it. The moment you stop chasing your dreams and stop saying, I want that car, I want that big house. I want to be promoted in this time, this place. You stop doing that, you've stopped worrying. The moment you stop worrying, you are actually calm and you're able to think logically. And that's when things start happening. Have you noticed those successful people, how they just become more successful?
Yeah,
Because
it
they're
seems like
not worried, right? Yeah. So that is why you need to remove this fear of saying, oh my God, I need to have it. Oh, I don't have this. I need that tomorrow. Oh, my life is over because I don't have XYZ. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. Stop thinking negative and say, this is what I have. I have a house. I have a good business.
hmm
I have these clients. I am promoted and I am doing well. The moment you start thinking you are good enough, you're inviting success.
yes,
Successful leaders, right? They think positively. Have you noticed all these Steve Jobs, Bill Gates? I mean, good gosh, right now, February, Martin Luther King. Does he goes, oh God, you should have done this in order for us to go win freedom?
right,
No, he's like, we gotta fight this. We're gonna love each other. We have this dream, and this is going to be our life. He's motivating you. He's saying, stay positive, be good, be good citizens, and we'll win. We'll triumph. That's being positive. It's because he's saying, you have this, you have it in you. Let's move forward with what you have.
right.
That's removing fear. Let's, in order to do that, let me give you a little bit of understanding. Have you thought about how your childhood has been? And I'm not going to get too deep into it because, for the time, did you, since your childhood to now, did you know that you have 60,000 thoughts per day running in your mind?
No.
60,000. And of those, now, those who don't know, of those, 80% are negative thoughts. 80%, my friends, and 95% are repetitive. What does that mean when it comes to fear? You're continuously telling yourself, you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have this. What are you going to say? You don't have it.
Right,
And your mind's going to say, I don't deserve it because I'm never going to have it. So stop training your mind to think negative and say, I have it, I have it, I am good, I am good. The moment you start changing your thoughts, those 95% repetitive thoughts into good repetitive thoughts, you're going to be the next successful person. Trust
yes.
me, it wasn't easy for me. Yeah. I'll tell you that in a quick thing about me, back in high school, I lost my entire mobility. I couldn't walk. The doctors had written me off. They said you could never have kids, you can never walk again, you can't ever XYZ. That was my life. And that's where he had put me, in this little cubby where I can never do anything I wanted. So, my friends, if I had agreed and thought and said, okay, this is my life, I am doomed for good, I will never walk again, would I be walking, talking, and running around, dancing, doing whatever I wanted, and have these two beautiful kids I have now?
And a beautiful tuft cow.
Probably not. I need to ouch. Exactly. So at that, since then, I've noticed and understood the power of positive thoughts. I fought it, my friends, and I said, no, I'm not going to let anyone defeat me. I will win. And it was a rough ride, but I started learning how to walk all over again. And now I'm back to my passion of dancing. You have
Oh,
it in you.
what kind of dance? Like
It's
ballet or ballroom
I
dancing?
just do everything. R&B, Bollywood, you name it, I'm there on the
Yes.
floor. It's me. That's my passion. I just love dancing. And honestly, when I was on that bed, couldn't move, I visualized every single day how I looked when I was dancing. And that's where I got me. And the first thing I did, guys, when I started walking, I got on that stage and I danced.
That's good.
That's successful, right? So
That
I carried that value with me. Now, you've understood the power of removing limitations from your mind. You have to learn to ask yourself if your time is focused on an event or circumstance. Is that event or circumstance serving your purpose? If not, you need to bring those thoughts to conscious and flip those thoughts to positive energy. This will help you to focus on prioritizing your goals, creating a roadmap, and giving you actionable steps on how to succeed. I promise
yes.
you, right? Because you
And
have clarity,
mm-hmm.
right, Antonia?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, and that'll help you stick to them because you'll start to see things in your life change. You'll start to see the little successes, the little wins, and it's going to motivate you to keep going. Absolutely.
Yes, yes. Because your mind is so clear. You're not irritable person. You're not just so negative. You are, whenever some problem comes to you, hey, this is an issue we're having at work. You're not just saying, God, another issue. You're saying, okay, let's dissect this and think of the solution we can solve here, right? You just come up with things to solve. And that's being successful. So always, always, when you associate positivity and you keep believing that, it becomes a reality for you. And when it becomes a reality, guess what? You're living it, right? So
That's right.
when you start having doubts, for example, fear that you're not enough or you're not living a life of abundance, remember, you always have two options. Just like I did, just like you did, a lot of us have it. You have the option of turning your dream into a reality by thinking positively and flipping those thoughts. Just remember, if anything, just think about flipping those thoughts. Or you can choose the path of negativity, which engulfs you and makes you feel you don't ever have enough and therefore you're not good enough. That's honestly that's not what, and I'm sure you're going to choose path number one to be successful and become the person you want to be. Now, the third core value that you need to always remember is being happy. Many people don't realize that because they're thinking success is all about, I'm going to win this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get that, I'm going to have this. But whenever you have this or win this or get this, are you still happy or are you still chasing another thing? When are you going to be happy with what you have? That happiness is most important in your life. And I'm not saying you can't, once you have something, you can't get and want something else. It's, I have this and I appreciate this and I'm loving what I have and I am grateful what I have. Therefore, the more you are grateful, you've heard that saying, you have more abundance. And that's
Mm-hmm.
how you create it. A successful leader understands happiness is most important part of his or her life. Leaders plan, and you've heard this, leaders plan for the future, live in the present, and have learned from the
Pass.
past, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was so wrapped up in chasing my future. This is like, gosh, just about 5, 6 years ago. I was so wrapped up in chasing my future, was bent on building this successful dream. I lost my footing on self care and happiness and everything I had built for because I had a stroke.
Mm.
And in that, again, I gained 50 pounds. I could not move. And I just lost the ability and the thought and the happiness of wanting to move forward.
Wow.
And yeah, and you go through these tragic moments because you say, "Hey, I want to be somewhere else. I'm not happy with what I have." And that's when it's all that karma, right? You think it, you're going to get it.
Mhm.
And I wasn't happy with whatever I had. And that dream I was chasing, I never said, "Hey, I have two beautiful kids. I have a successful business. Why can't I just be happy with what I have? I have a loving husband. I have this." I never even honest to God, it was all taken for granted eventually. I
So
even
what's that?
thought,
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, please.
No, I was gonna say, what snapped you out of that in order to wake you up?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, because after 8 months, again, remember going back to what you think is important, right? Those limiting beliefs, flipping
Hmm.
those thoughts. I said, do I want to be just in bed, unable to move, gain 50 pounds, and I'm here for 8 months doing nothing? Or and I'm seeing my kids and I'm not having a care in the world what goes on? Or do I really want to enjoy? Do I really want to lose my life over something that I am just not happy about? Chasing a dream that honestly is already there. It's just I need to
Hmm.
accept it. That's the thought that changed it. And I started slowing becoming happy in what I had. I became grateful. I started seeing that I already had this happiness and I had, and slowly it took me about a year to get over all this, but I managed to do it. Now, when all these negative thoughts creep in, remember, it all stems from your childhood, and you're going to go through this vicious cycle. When these negative thoughts creep in, you just have to say, "Hey, these are thoughts. These are unhappiness just for this moment in time, but I'm better than this. I am successful. I am doing great for people. And I am a wonderful human being with great values." And that's when you start becoming happy because you feel like your life is already fulfilled,
Hmm.
right? So the most successful person is the one who's found the ultimate joy. The joy is not tomorrow, my friends. It's what?
Now.
Today, now.
Yeah.
Enjoy your moment with conviction and plan for the future. When you're confident and satisfied with the present, success knocks on your door even more. People around you want to be engaged by you, right? Haven't you noticed when people are smiling, you're like, "Oh, I want to be with that person." But when someone's
Yeah.
looking all like, "Oh, you don't want to be around them." I don't want to be around someone who has is this going to be recorded? When they have the RBS face?
I can say it for you, Rafi. Resting bitch face. Yes.
Yes.
You're so funny.
So I had to be careful. So I'm saying people want to be around you when you're laughing, joking, excited. I mean, hey, when I saw your vibe, I was like, yes, I want to be with this lady. She's really spunky. That's just it. That's who you want to be around. So just be happy and joyful because when you're happy, when you're engaged with all these people, I want to be there with you. I'm clapping away. Yes, you go, woman, because that's who I want to be around, right?
I love
So
it.
people around you want to be engaged only when you engage with folks in your society and those who are positive and happy. That's it.
That's
And
it.
that's being successful. Because when you're in your company, you're running a business, and tell you, if you have a grumpy face, who wants to be around you? No,
No. Mm-mm.
no, that's not a good
No.
quality.
I don't get grumpy or mad too often, but when I do, people are like, "What's going on?"
Exactly. I mean, you will have your moments, but if it's happening all the time to the point they're like, oh, that's just her.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No. I
Right?
never
That's
want
not,
anyone
that's
else
not
to say that. Yeah. No. Mm.
exactly. And the last core value that I will leave you with is, and most of you probably understand, we have one our own social support right here, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
networking and social support. They go hand in hand. You're collaborating, you're working, you're syncing up. I mean, I came to Antonia to be with her, to tell who I am, and you guys are meeting me, and I'm meeting with her. And now I have connected with Antonia. I can be like forever with her.
Yeah.
I'm connected. We're like soulmates here now. So the point is, when you network and you are really good with your social and your peers around you, you're going to be successful because successful people understand these values,
Mm-hmm.
and the social support allows you to bring in a sense of this deep humility and gives you that ability to share, to guide, to mentor, and to coach whenever you want to. You want to mentor or you coach? You want to guide people? Well, hello. How do you expect to do that when you're not networking, or you are not being around your social peers, or you're not around people and you're not likable person?
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Mm-mm.
This is a true character of a leader who creates this ripple effect of being humble in their society, in their organization, in their company, and in their community. A true leader has mastered this value.
I
Respect
think that is.
and honor.
Oh no, I was going to say I think that is so
Yes, Antonia.
true, and definitely make sure you build into your work week, right? Enough time to serve,
Yes.
however that may be, whether
Yeah.
that's to check on someone in your network or to, send an email to someone to remember someone's birthday, to help ask someone if they need help. That is how you're going to continue to be a successful leader. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because you're giving out yourself to others, you're
Mm-hmm.
lending a hand. And
That's right.
people want that. But how do you become this person who is able to give yourself to others? And instead of saying, well, geez, if I give too much to others, they're going to succeed over me.
Mm,
You've had those people.
yeah.
Oh, I might share this. This might be too much information to share because, oh no, they might run with it.
Right.
So
Mm-mm.
how do you stop that? That's that's the differentiator between a successful person who doesn't have these type of thoughts versus someone who's not confident and insecure.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. So those who want to have successful business are great entrepreneurs, that
Mm-hmm.
are top executive leaders. They all have this in common. They associate with people that bring in positivity. They surround themselves with the same thought, like-minded people, and they do not let failure bring them down. They don't say, I haven't done well, so why should I help others? They don't let that
Mm-hmm.
down. They learn from it. We look up to them. These influential leaders always have, remember this, because this is like Antonia right here, who's helping others with the marketing tactics, me helping with your health. All these people here, these peers, these mentors and coaches to support your vision in coming true.
That's right.
That's what we are. To be successful, you must surround yourself with those who can uplift you honestly. And you have to uplift yourself. When you do that, now you have become someone that others want to follow and want to be around you because you've built that leadership qualities that you're looking for.
That's right.
I'll tell you a little bit. I 2 years back, I think it's been 2 years now. I know I've been through a lot. so I lost my house in flood, and I mean, I walked in from a conference from Vegas, and I came back with my youngest son and my husband. Walked in, opened the door. It was just like a silent death. You couldn't hear anything from outside, so obviously my neighbors had no clue. My entire house had flooded.
Mm.
I lost everything. Everything you can think of was gone. And it took 1 year to rebuild it, to get back. And that was the most traumatic thing because all my 20 something years of building a family, building a relationship, marriage, all the memories, forget these tangible things. I could care less. It was those memories I lost because, I mean, I'm not really a tech geek person. I don't know all that stuff. So I didn't back my memories, my pictures in a hard drive. I could care less.
It
Who
wasn't
thought I
in
was
the
going to
cloud.
get flooded?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What I call was that, right? So I actually came and almost everything was gone. Everything. And that was the most traumatic thing. And what helped me were those who I surrounded myself with.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important. My peers, my mentors, my people that I'm always surrounded by, they said the positive words that they gave me, the uplifting courage that they gave me allowed me to be a strong individual to help my family out and to say, no, we can rebuild another memory. So that's what I mean by being around peers that are influential and that are positive around you, that are uplifting you, that are giving you the courage of hope. Because these people, no matter what, will always take you to the next level. Think about it again. Steve Jobs, Bill Gates,
Yep.
Martin Luther King. All these people have the same thing. They are here to uplift us and guide us. And as entrepreneurs, some of these, they are giving us the vision to follow.
Wow.
So to be an effective, successful, and influential individual to the society, you need to focus on these 4 core values. So let's start focusing on our self-care, remove the limiting beliefs, bring in happiness, and become contributive rather than destructive to our community. And who knows, we might have the privilege to lend a hand to those that need our guidance as well.
Yes.
I love
Oh
you
my
guys. Thank you for having me here.
Oh,
And I
you're
really am
so
rooting for your leadership.
yes.
Love you guys.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk, people, with Miss Rashmi. She is amazing. I love it. I love all of the core values. And I will tell you, I didn't know what they were. And I purposely didn't ask what they were before we actually got started because I wanted to be as enthralled and as engaged as you all are in regards to how to become a successful leader. I definitely learned some things, definitely love how you touched on not just, the inner work, but the outer work of what you have to put out into the world and how to give back. I think that is something that we often forget about or don't really hear about, or we do one or the other. Like we just give too much of ourselves and we care for ourselves, or we care too much for ourselves and we don't give enough. So I think successful leaders, like you said, do have a good balance of those 2 points. So I think it's you hit the nail on the head. It's amazing. So
And you
based on
summarized
that,
it well.
huh?
Amazing. I said you summed it up well. That's on point.
Yes, I love it. I feel so successful. Not that I did before, but
Yes.
all right. Well, if you all want to work with Miss Rashmi, spelled Rashmi, her contact information is actually in the ticker tape. That is her handle. Please reach out to her, friend her, like her, DM her, go to her website, the Karmic Health Life, and see what she is all about. Go ahead and see how you can make your life better, honestly, holistically. So your health, your success, your career, just your whole entire life, because as they say, health is wealth, right? So
Yeah.
let's get healthy in all aspects. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. And thank you, Antonia, for having me. I really, really appreciate you. And, like Antonia said, I'm here. And if you just DM me and let me know you are on the show today, I will certainly slide in some discounts as well, more than what I was going to do for the Valentine's. So, yeah, I'm here rooting for you.
There you
Love you
go.
guys.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for coming to our date night. I will see you on Monday for Business Nights with Antonia. You have a good one. Bye.